Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at SKALE, SKL. It's a coin that we've definitely talked a lot about on this channel, so if you guys have not already, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. So before we could just kind of get started on SKALE and give you guys those price predictions for May, June, and 2021. I do want to say the market cap is at that 488 million right now. The volume in the last 24 hours is at 236.8 million, as well as that circulating supply being 660.4 million SKL. So we continue to see some pretty good stats for SKL, and we saw this massive increase in the last 24 hours, being about a 32% increase in the last 24 hours, a 46% increase in the last week, and about 11% decrease overall in the last month. Obviously, with these crypto market dips and really corrections, you're going to see some, recovery really for SKALE coming through. So we do see, it went all the way to 84 cents, about 84.25 cents, April 17th at 4 p.m. But we do see a lot of potential to get back to that price point. I think we will get back to that price point. Obviously, with coming from these, dips down to about 40 cents, we're already almost seeing a 2x since those dips. So if you were able to grab a bag at those price points, very well done as we continue to see SKALE increase. So we're going to talk a little bit about what SKALE is, jump into some of the news and information that has come out recently, and then we'll jump into what SKALE is a little bit more in detail, and we'll jump into those price predictions at the end of the video. So make sure to stick around for those price predictions for May, June, and 2021. Do remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor, so always do your own research before investing into anything, especially crypto, because it is very volatile. So jumping into SKALE, it's an Ethereum token that powers the SKALE network. So it describes itself as that an Ethereum compatible network with a leaderless consensus designed to run on uncapped number of independent nodes. Nodes on the SKALE network provide resources to multiple decentralized elastic blockchains. The SKL token grants a right to participate as a network validator, stake as a delegator, or access a share of the network's resources as a developer. So there's a lot going on with what SKALE can really accomplish. Obviously, a lot of utility based on that paragraph alone. So let's jump into some of the recent stuff on SKALE. So first off, there are two very critical issues that are now threatening NFT market growth: immutability and high fees. So you can read the latest on the NFT weak link and how SKALE is really removing that weak link, and it's obviously going to be a big deal for SKALE as we continue to see, removing the weak link from NFT links with SKALE. So you can actually jump into that video, or not video, but article, and see really what's going on here. They talk about decentralized immutability as well as high fees. So what is the solution? So SKALE offers a unique and comprehensive solution directly within the current design and architecture of the SKALE network, which stands at the only Ethereum native multi-chain network today. SKALE is an Ethereum native in the, in that way that chain creation, staking, and slashing token transfers, orchestration, validator payments, chain fees, and more all happen on Ethereum. Multi-chain means that each application or NFT issuance platform gets its own EVM blockchain called a SKALE chain. So this is a big deal. Obviously, you can read more into it. We won't talk too much more about it, but it does go over, a fit with NFT token standards, additional SKALE NFT partnerships, as well as, the conclusion, if you can read a little bit about that. But we're not going to go into much more detail on that. But it does look like, SKALE does have a bunch of ideas to really remove that weak link, and they already are capable of really doing that. So jumping into the next part of SKALE, we see today marks a major milestone for the SKALE network. It's a movement from middleman-controlled businesses to democratized and decentralized Web3 businesses spanning DeFi, gaming, B2B, NFTs, and more. So this is a big deal. If you guys didn't know, SKALE did move to the Denali network upgrade. That's obviously a big deal. This was, I'd say, about a week ago now, but it's a big deal, and we're continuing to see, obviously, a lot of people understand that SKL or SKALE is definitely something to look into. As we go to the next one, we see new SKALE SKL event, 29th April 2021. Obviously, that was, earlier yesterday. We saw that, we continue to see really SKALE getting its listed on XT. So a lot of new pairs, a lot of new, ways to really obtain SKALE. So we continue to see more accessibility, more utility behind this coin, more thoughts and ideas coming into play. I think the really what SKALE can do and the kind of utility behind SKALE is so big. So let's talk more about SKALE and what it's really possible and capable of doing, and then jump straight into those price predictions for May, June, and 2021. So first off, we see Elastic Blockchain Network, build powerful Ethereum dApps, run your dApps in a decentralized modular cloud built for real-world needs and configured for your requirements. Deploy with just a few lines of code. You go down a little bit more, you see forget the limitations of traditional blockchain development. SKALE Network's modular protocol is one of the first of its kind to allow developers to easily provision highly configurable blockchains, which provide the benefits of decentralization without compromising or computation, storage, or security. So it's a big deal. If you go down a little bit more, you can see secure and decentralized. They have big things, obviously. Here you can read about, their little threshold signatures, leaderless consensus, their protocols, their fault tolerance as well. If you go down a little bit more, they talk more and more basically about the SKALE network validators, how you have the validator rewards. SKALE is a POS network, and obviously the protocol optimizes allocation of resources of each node across the entire network of elastic blockchains, as well as the early SKALE validator partners and supporters. So we're not going to go too much into detail on that, but guys, this is definitely something worth looking into. Like I said, the last 24 hours, almost a 32% increase, which is just massive. As we continue to see this kind of growth, it's really going to show that, there is a very, very good look and outlook in SKALE. We see that 43.75% increase in the last week alone. It's just coming from this huge 84 cents. A lot of people don't really respect this growth, but I want to say, we are looking up. I think SKALE is one of those coins that a lot of people are going to be looking into after this kind of increase and reevaluating the situation with, what SKALE is all capable of doing and why, there is such a good outlook for SKALE in the future of 2021. So let's jump straight into those price predictions now for May. I do want to say before we get started on the price predictions, I usually go for very conservative price predictions, realistic, reasonable, and try to be as honest as possible with you guys when I give you guys my price targets as well as price ranges. So make sure to remember that going into this, there's potential for much higher heights. I just try to keep it as realistic as possible and conservative. So jumping into this, May, where do we see SKALE? So SKALE obviously has a while to go for the end of May. I think we will continue to see an increase. My goal for SKALE, and I think it's definitely a reasonable price target for us, about 85 cents to 95 cents is a price target. I know that's not much of a jump, but do remember, guys, we just went up quite a substantial amount in the last 24 hours, 32%. So when you have a substantial increase like that, at some point we are going to see a dip, and when you see that dip back down, we are going to have still about 20 cents to go or so to that 85 to 95 cents. So or I guess 30 cents to go, really depending on where we all dip down to. But, 85 to 95 cents is a price target for us for the end of May. That's going to give us a new all-time high, also leading us to, higher heights. And I think we're going to continue to increase, hopefully making our way, I guess, to that $1.22, that actual all-time high. But, in the past month, we've had that all-time high right around that 84 cents for the month of April. I do think we will continue to move forward going into June. That's when I think we'll actually have a chance at this $1.22 all-time high, March 11th. I think we will pass that, maybe making our way around $1.25 to $1.50. That's going to be my reasonable price prediction for June. A lot of people, hopefully you didn't buy in at the peak. Do remember, guys, when you buy in at the peak, you are going to have to wait a lot longer to get your money back and your profits because you unfortunately bought at a rough time. But if you just didn't want to miss out and you think there's a good vision behind SKALE, shouldn't matter, because at the end of 2021, we are going to see obviously above $1.22 for something like SKALE. The utility behind this, the vision behind the team and everything, there's just no chance that we don't see it go above $1.22 in my opinion. Do remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research, but I definitely see this one pushing farther and farther, making its way hopefully to about a $4 to $5 SKALE price point. I think realistically, though, we're going to see I would like to say a $3 to $4 price point. I think $3, though, is going to be our price target. If we can grab above $3 by the end of 2021, we're going to see some good profits there. I think that's going to be about a 4x for us from where we're about at. And I think that's going to be a reasonable price prediction right around that $3 to $4 price point. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree or disagree with my price prediction, as well as if you guys like, SKALE, if you guys follow SKALE or hold SKALE, make sure to quickly like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys all in the next one.